Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another reading, and this reading is going to be how Irvin feels about Megan Thee Stallion, especially after Nicki Minaj threw those shots in fractions. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you what she said in fractions. If you forgot, she called chicks alcoholics. The only person that we associate alcohol with is Megan. Okay, then she said that all these chicks are smashing for raps. What a disgrace. That was a shot at Megan because Cardi never smashed Party, okay? He tried to, allegedly, but she never smashed Party. And also, Party has writing credits on Good News, allegedly. Now, I didn't look at the writing credits because I didn't really like Good News, but I guess he has writing credits on Good News. So he's part of her little writing team that she's trying to form, or well, not she's trying to form, but Rock Nation is trying to form to improve her writing ability. Okay, so that way when she comes back, we might get Tina Snow, we might get old Megan. Okay, so before we get into anything, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading is strictly for entertainment purposes only. So let's start off with this. How does Irvin feel about Megan Thee Stallion? Irvin, Nicki Minaj's manager, how does he feel about Megan Thee Stallion? Interesting. Very interesting cards, okay? So we got the Justice card, which talks about unfairness. So he feels like there's definitely a push behind Megan. Okay, so he definitely sees the push. And he also feels like Megan really didn't treat Nicki correctly. Okay. So I think he probably knows about the drama behind the scenes. Okay, I already did an exclusive on that last year about what happened between Megan and Nicki Minaj. So he does feel like she was treating Nicki's in a bad way. Okay, and then we have the Fool card. This talks about taking a risk. So he feels like Megan is taking a risk in her career by going toe to toe with Nicki Minaj. He feels like it's just not a good idea. You can have the antics, you got the push, you got the machine, but do you have the bars? And that's what he feels like Megan doesn't have, the bars, okay? So he feels like going toe to toe. And from what I'm hearing, talking about somebody's age, that's not going to be enough. I mean, yeah, Nicki's 38, 39, whatever you want to call it. Okay, but she still looks good, so that's not really an insult. So I think Megan's probably gonna have to go back to the drawing board and come back with something else. But she can't go too below the belt. Okay, she can't really go too below the belt because then you never know what Nicki can find out. I mean, I did spill some tea earlier. Okay. So the Ten of Cups is here. This talks about when something is struggling. So he feels like eventually Megan is going to go through a struggle period in her career, rap-wise, okay? Not necessarily commercial deals, not necessarily being known, but rap-wise, he feels like she's going to go through a struggle period in her career, okay? He feels like it's not going to be long-lasting for her. He doesn't think it's a good idea for her to go toe to toe. The World card is here. This talks about life cycles. Life cycles means like everybody gets their moment. So right now is Megan's moment to shine, but eventually that moment will fade away. So that's what the World card represents. Life cycles, when you move in circles, moving on. So eventually she's going to have to move on to a different career path, and that's probably why she's in school, because I remember she said she wanted to open up some sort of health physician thing. So that's probably why she's in school, because she already has her backup plan. Okay? Five of Pentacles. Feels like eventually Megan might take a financial loss. Okay? This talks about financial poverty. financial loss, and this could be a result to her rap career. It doesn't necessarily mean commercial deals. It could be like, oh, if she puts out another album and it doesn't have a hit single, and it doesn't sell well, that's a financial loss on the label, okay? Because even though I guess she's supposedly under Atlantic, they're mostly pushing Cardi B. Atlantic is not really focused on Megan like that. I think she's still under 1501, but allegedly she moved to Atlantic. But they're not really pushing Megan like that. They're going to push Cardi B because Cardi B gets the number ones instantly. Okay? You know, Megan had those hits, but they didn't really stick. She tried to have, Cry Baby, Don't Stop. And I like those records, but they just didn't stick. And those were records that you can dance to. And then we have the King of Cups. This talks about being impulsive. This talks about somebody that's charming. This talks about haste, passion. So I don't know if he knows anything about her and Camel Face, but it seems like he knows some things about Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, I don't know what he knows, but this is the card I got from the reading between Megan and you know who. So with that being said, it's almost like he might be aware of certain situations. He can go back and tell Nicki, okay? That's why he doesn't think that it's a good idea for her to go back and forth with Nicki, okay? Because it looks like there's some things that Megan probably wants to keep on the low, and that could be revealed in the track, okay? And luckily, maybe no evidence will be proven, like, you know, Nicki's not going to post any pictures or anything like that. But you never know, because Irvin, he does the digging. He don't play about his clients. You saw what he did after Travis Scott and Nicki went back and forth. He printed all those negative articles of Nicki, or he made phone calls for people to make negative articles of Nicki. So you never know what he has in his back pocket, because he don't play when it comes to his clients. But he does not think that her career is going to last long, and he thinks that it's a bad idea for her to go back and forth with Nicki Minaj, okay? So let's see. How does Irvin feel about the Fractions record? How does Irvin feel about that Fractions record Nicki dropped? Okay, so he feels like people are going to judge her. Okay, he feels like people are going to judge her for the record. So basically, I did see certain people saying how the record wasn't that great. I like the record, but I did see a few people saying that how the record's like kind of the same old thing that she's been doing, you know, talking her junk. They wanted something new. So that's what is in reference to, like, people judging you for, you know, taking shots at other rappers when they want you to uplift them, okay? And then also, Nicki always talks junk in her records, so some people find that boring, okay? So that's why he feels like people are going to judge her, okay? So he knew that people were going to judge her for it. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles, this talks about short-term reward. He knew that the single wasn't going to last long on the charts. It's already falling. I think it fell like 30 spots. So he knew that it was going to be short-term, because he knew that it's not a record that people can kind of have fun to. It's kind of like a record where you spit in bars, and that's not what, you know, the younger generation cares about anymore. Then we got the King of Wands. He sees Nicki's vision. He knows that this is just to keep the fans, you know, I guess, in tune. He sees Nicki's vision, and he's very impressed by her. This talks about somebody that's viewed as an entrepreneur, business-minded. So he gets why Nicki did it, just to keep the fans, you know, going, fans talking, but he knew that it wasn't going to be long-lasting, okay? And then we have the Three of Cups, which means three is a crowd. This talks about friendships. This talks about trying to move forward. So he's hoping that eventually Nicki can make amends with Megan. Okay, that's what he's hoping for. He's hoping that eventually they can make amends. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if he might call Megan or call Camel Face, but it looks like he's hoping that they make amends. Okay, so if you guys like this reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me see. How does Megan feel about Irvin? That should have done that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. How does Megan feel about Irvin? I just want to see this real quick. Okay, yep. So, like I said before, the Six of Pentacles, he knows some information. The Six of Pentacles, this talks about gossip. This talks about sharing information. He knows something about Megan that she doesn't want him to reveal. Okay? He knows something. So, like I said, Irvin, he's a slither. He's a slither in the woods. He does calculated things. You may not think he does, but he's very smart. I think that Irvin's going to make sure nobody really mess with Nicki. The playlisting is the only thing that they might have struggled with, but everything else I think is going to be A1. Okay, and then the Six of Wands, this talks about success. So she views him as successful, somebody that has a lot of money. I told y'all that Irvin was rich. Irvin got a lot of money. Okay, that's what I heard. I don't know if you can see it on Google, but I heard he has a lot of money. So she knows that he's rich. This talks about successfulness. So we will see how this goes. Hopefully they can make up and put the past behind them. Or hopefully we get good music. So if you like this reading, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. This reading was strictly for entertainment purposes only, and I hope you have a great day.